And who are these teams that put together these deep playoff runs? It's always the defensive line that just has pass rushers across the board. You're pointing them out. Greg Rousseau, amazing at Miami. Ed Oliver, tremendous. Von Miller, take over any game. And then you got a guy like Stefon Diggs who shows up and just superstar and brings all that to this team. Thanks for coming out here, man.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Hey, what's the most special part of being a part of the Buffalo Bills right now?
I think it's the family. Like, they really preach this. You know, it's hard with this business. It's like you kind of don't get caught up in this real family, but football brings you together. And I feel like, you know, my relationship with Josh, my relationship with Gabe, just throughout this team, you kind of see that team camaraderie exude on the field, especially when anything happens. We're always there for each other.
All right, Stefon, 6 for 108 and a touchdown today. I don't know if you're aware of this, but this was the 8th straight game you have scored a touchdown against the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, damn.
8 straight games you have scored a touchdown against the Green Bay Packers. You've seen them a lot of times from your days in Minnesota as well. Have they played you differently over the years because you burn them every single time?
I think they do a great job. I've played them so many times. I always expect success, but it's kind of tough with that defense. I bit my tongue, so things weren't too happy early.
Yeah, take us through that. What happened when you bit the tongue?
I look terrible right there. I look sad. I hit my helmet on the ground and I bit my tongue. I was like this, damn. Everything was good, but, you know, things happen.
You held on to the ball, but that's the important part. That's the important part.
And you were able to establish your name in this league before ever coming and becoming a Buffalo Bill. But how has pairing with Josh Allen enhanced your journey in this
It's
league?
different. It's just like, before I got here, I was like, okay, pretty good receiver, you know, exceptional, I guess. And when I got here, you see what happens when you got that quarterback receiver, like that little like moxie, that little energy, and I just got the best quarterback in the league. Frankly, I feel like he does a great job at everything. He runs well. He makes good decisions. He gives you that energy that you can win a game. And from a quarterback, you gotta love that.
Well, one of the things that you guys have here in Buffalo, from the fan base to the team, you guys got attitude, you have swag. Saw you and Alexander get into it a little bit. Take us through that.
I mean, it kind of started before the game a little bit. I'm not too much of a talker. I like to just demonstrate it and just really show what I can do.
Show me right here to you, right here. There you go. Before in the tunnel, you guys are drawing each other a little bit. He's coming over you. You're not taking it.
Never that.
And what's going on right here? What's going on through your mind?
It's really understood. Like, I don't really like extra. You know what I'm saying? I'm a ball player. I kind of like my play speak for itself. And at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, there's no moral victories in this game. You know what I'm saying? You either win or you lose. And my team win. I got a good-ass quarterback. I got a great teammates. I ain't into the back and forth because this isn't a one-on-one game. I don't box. I play football.
Hey, you got a good-ass quarterback.
But I can box too, though. I can box too, though.
I bet you can. You got a good-ass pass rusher as well, though.
Yes.
What has Von Miller brought to this locker room, to this team?
I feel like today in games, they try to chip him. They try to send a third guy. He's so impactful that you got to, and it frees up other guys like Greg Rousseau, guys in the interior, Big Phil, Ed. It's just like he provides that boost or that spark from the defense that you kind of see on offense, but you rarely see it on defense. He can change the game, and he's that missing piece. He was that missing piece.
Let's talk about one of the things. The passing game has always been good, but recently, especially the emergence of Devin Singletary. Talk about what the run game has done, not just for the offense as a whole, but in terms of helping setting up the pass.
It's crazy because, you know, it's complementary football. We preach complementary football, not even just offense, defense, special teams as well. But Motor is, you know, sneakily one of the best backs in the league. He can run, he can catch. He never lets the first guy tackle him. Just little stuff like that from your running back that you love to see. So for me personally, I think he's up there with the best backs. He can make a lot of good things happen, and it's just like he gives us confidence on the outside that if I'm blocking, which, you know what I'm saying, I don't do a lot of blocking.
Right,
but I'm just kidding.
That's not what they're right here.
But when I am blocking, he gives me confidence that he can take it to the next level.
It always seems like once or twice a game where Josh Allen will take off running.
Oh,
freight train coming. What's running through your mind when you see him take off?
At times, I'm a little nervous, and I'm usually not nervous for him, but the other guy, because he's one of the biggest people on the field. Like when he's running, he get a full head of steam. He can throw the ball on the run. He's that dual threat quarterback that, you know, everybody wants. You know what I'm saying? So I get a little worried sometimes. He slid a little bit today, so he gave me some confidence.
Stefon, You came from Minnesota. There's a great fan base in Minnesota.
Yeah.
But it's nothing like Bills Mafia.
You said that.
What does it mean? What does it mean not only to play in front of these fans, but on Sunday night? I believe this is the first time you guys have been on Sunday night at home with fans in the stand since, I believe, 2007. What's the Bills Mafia mean to you?
Well, first, I do love my Minnesota family. You know what I'm saying?
I know you do.
I still love the skull clap and all that, but this new journey that I've been on, you know, it was for me. You know what I'm saying? God had it for me. And this city, this team, I fit. You know what I'm saying? They let me be myself. They've embraced me. And it seems like, you know, everything happens for a reason.
Hey, man, I think people forget, 5th round pick out of Maryland.
Yeah. Shout out to UMD.
Have envisioned this journey the NFL might take you on?
Nah, I just, you know, I had confidence, you know what I'm saying, coming out in the draft. I even said it in one of my interviews. I was like, I feel like I'm one of the best receivers in this draft class. They kind of laughed at me a little bit, but I just wanted to put my best foot forward. And obviously, I had a chip on my shoulder. I had a lot to prove, and I still got a lot to prove. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm just carrying it on.
What's one thing the offense needs to improve on? You guys are so good, but no one's ever perfect.
Yeah.
When you guys go back and you're going to talk about this week, what's one thing where you think, hey, that's somewhere we can be even better?
It's just, as you can see, like, as the flow of the game, don't ride the roller coaster. Don't ride the roller coaster. Continue to be sharp. You know, we can execute at a higher level. We had a couple turnovers that, you know, uncharacteristic. They do happen in the game. So as much as we can limit those, I feel like it put us in a better situation. You know what I'm saying? We had more points out there to score. Green Bay had got it back into it. You know, it's Sunday Night Football. They're going to give you their best shot. So anticipating us going in, Coach McDermott saying, playing smarter. We had a couple flags, me getting into it with the guys, a couple guys. So just got to play smart and execute.
Hey, man, your quarterback was talking about you after the game. I want you to listen to this and then react.
What did he say? What did he say?
Here's what he had to say. Let's roll the clip.
No, I mean, that's Steph, and he shows up and shows out every single game, and you know, we're lucky to have him. The type of leader that he is, the energy that he brings to our sideline, it's second to none. So obviously there's times where we don't need it, but again, I think it's always a positive when, you know, you have to tell guys to calm down instead of to hype up. Could you take us through that?
Damn, I missed it.
What I heard is second to none as a leader. Describe the personality of the leaders inside that locker room.
It's crazy just because we have so many leaders, even guys who aren't captains.
Right.
I'm saying they lead this team the right way. And I just feel like you know, I've been a captain for the past couple of years, and I feel like it starts with me. It starts with guys like me, the captains, and the guys that lead the charge, especially like Josh Allen, Tremaine Edmonds, you know, Jordan Poyer, those guys. So anticipating, like, for example, the tunnel incident, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And in that moment, I would never back down. I'm a true warrior. Right. I would never back down, especially when my guys behind me. You know what I'm saying? I got to lead by example.
And you've got a young receiving core behind 100%. You in terms of Gabe and Isaiah and all those guys.
Playing at a high level is bigger than the game. You know what I'm saying? Those instances, I want to lead by charge and I want to lead by example. So I take it real personal when it comes to that.
It just feels to me like you guys are coming for everybody right now. Yeah. How would you describe the mission this team's on?
I mean, as far as like, it's a standard. You know what I'm saying? We went into training camp with the mindset of playing to our standard. And that's all we care about. You know, opponents going to change each and every week. The faces are going to change. The name's going to change. But our goal and our mission is never going to change, and that's to win.
Hey, man, well, listen, we're enjoying watching this mission. It's been awesome.
Listen, 6 for 108 and a touchdown, but more importantly, 27-17 victory over the Packers.
There we go.
Great game. Congratulations, Stefon.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate you guys.
Great seeing you.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.